Take me back to Janky Town. I want to get back to Janky Town.
I have to admit, it is exciting.
The lack of toilet paper?
The madness.
Oh, about...
The impending
Well,
panic.
everyone's talking about it. It's truly united us. And,
Yeah.
and
The
no
world. United the world.
I haven't heard anyone saying, like, because there's so many conspiracy theorists out there
Yeah.
that I don't know where the coronavirus conspiracy theories are.
Yeah.
Because if no one's in the streets, all sorts of shit could be going on. They could be installing... the other conspiracy theory I thought of is maybe the coronavirus test. They're not giving it to us, and everyone wants to get tested, making sure they're healthy.
Yeah.
What if the test is some sort of chip or plate they're putting in us to socially control us?
Yeah. Take this test. That's a funny looking, it's like a cattle prod looking thing.
Yeah, it is a weird looking thing. It costs
I've never seen a test.
It costs $3,000.
I've never seen a coronavirus case, and I've heard of them, and I've never seen a test.
What do you mean a case?
Someone who's been infected.
Well, you don't know because a lot of people don't display symptoms.
Right. That's why it's spreading. Called super carriers. People like us who would be young and they're like, I'm going out and doing things, and they're carrying it and just spreading it around to everyone. The incubation period is 5 days or so. So even if you get tested, you come back negative, you feel healthy, you could still be infecting people for 5 days before you have any symptoms or anything, or maybe you don't even get symptoms.
But I agree with you. It is a kind of exciting in a way.
Yeah, it is.
This is human nature.
I haven't felt this way since Hurricane Sandy when I lived on Flatbush Avenue.
Oh, you were in New York for Sandy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the power generators were exploding and stuff.
Yeah, I was on the 5th floor, and I remember when there was trash blowing in front of my window, 5 stories up, and I had to cash a check. I was growing sprouts in my closet, living on those, and yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Sprouts? Like sprouts?
Yeah.
And you were that was your sustenance?
Yeah, until I could cash my check.
Wow.
I had one check for $42. All the ATMs were closed. I had a car, but there was no gas.
How long did this play out? I had no idea it was that
the living on sprouts?
Apocalyptic. No, it's just Hurricane Sandy. I knew it was bad.
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't get it bad at all compared to people who live closer to the water who's just completely underwater, and you shouldn't even make light of it. But
we should state it's extremely privileged to get excited about.
It is
situation
incredibly.
In which a lot of people are going to be really.
But I think it's
Maybe it's the sweet spot. Maybe it's not privileged, because truly privileged people might not be worrying about it at all.
It is, yeah. That is true.
I'm not a. I mean, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see I want to see where my income lies, not in the mean, but in the median of all people on Earth.
Yeah,
I'd be willing to bet it's probably, and it's low.
Where
I can assure you, my income is pretty for
mine
this
is
country.
Mine is low, and I'm thinking with regard to most of the world, we've got it incredibly well.
This is a Janky Town thing too, not to be all philosophic, but there's a beauty in the janky because it's kind of like the bottom of functionality.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you're at the bottom of functionality, is when you truly appreciate what functionality means.
Yeah.
Which means it's not fucking broken. And when something's fucking broken, you're like shit out of luck.
Yeah. So it is privilege, but I think it's a result of how we were brought up. We came of age with a lot of these types of things in culture and apocalyptic, from Mad Max, and then a lot of it that's coming out. A lot of the people, I feel, who are writing and making stuff now were very formative. Say when like 9/11 happened. And that kind of influenced this, like the end can happen, and it has, and it will.
That's a great point.
It's
we're almost plugging into this circumstance that we have in our psyches, so it would make sense logically that it's exciting.
Yeah, and I can't help how something makes me feel. I mean, I can help what I say and how I act, but to to be like, oh, it's exciting that things are being disrupted.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah. There's no suppressing that visceral feeling that you have.
Yeah.
And there's, excitement doesn't mean you're, I don't know, going out and trying to take advantage or profit off of the situation.
Right. I'm not going to sell that, and I'm not going to sell my other 2 rolls on Craigslist.
Yeah, you're not going to go drive around 1,300 miles and buy out every store out of hand sanitizer and then try to sell it. Did you hear about this?
The
hand sanitizer dudes?
No.
They drove for 1,300. I'm guessing a perimeter. They said they drove 1,300 miles, bought out every store they could of hand sanitizer, and then were selling it on Amazon. And this is all on Twitter, so who the fuck knows? But one guy said he had made like $40,000 and then Amazon shut them down for price gouging.
Yeah,
which I guess is a kind of a nice move from Amazon's standpoint. But one guy was stuck with 17,000 cases of or units of hand sanitizer.
Oh, okay. So I did see that. I saw it when you go into Google. I was looking for something, and that came up, and I just stopped looking at the...
The end of it was, he's thinking about donating it.
Thinking about donating it. I mean, jeez.
The thought crossed my mind. I mean, the thought be like, oh, I should go out and buy a bunch of toilet paper and sell it for more than I bought it for.
Yeah.
We speaking of circumstance, we also live in a capitalistic society, so I feel like this profit motive. Eric Weinstein?
No.
He calls it. It's great. It's really clever. He calls it the embedded growth obligation, which is ego. Informs probably a lot of our behavior.
Yeah.
But we always have to grow and profit in this thing. So everything is about how much. Yeah, buy low, sell high.
Yeah, but to take advantage to exploit that in this,
well, it's particularly interesting so say that embedded growth obligation or the incentive or predisposition to seek profit. In a perverse way, it makes sense that you would do that most when opportunity is highest.
Right.
Such as in like a crisis.
Right.
So in a way, it makes sense logically that you would do that.
Yeah.
But this is where, in theory, you hopefully have some sort of mechanism that kicks in and says,
and if it's not the law, it's a group of guys who say, all right, you got to drink that now.
Wow. That's profound. Just a couple of guys.
Just a couple guys. A couple Hells Angels doing the right thing. Man.